This is Fieldsports Channel News. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is backing a Conservative MP's private members bill to ban trophy imports, even though it'll never achieve its aims. These heads, recently imported to the UK, are from the same sable antelope. One of them is the original, the other a plastic replica. The replica is half the price to create and import compared to the original. The bill, which aims to discourage UK hunters from going abroad to hunt, is due to have its second reading in the House of Commons on Friday the 13th of June 2025. As a private member's bill, it only makes it to a second reading if the government supports it. The High Commissioners of South Africa, Botswana and Namibia and the Ambassador of Zimbabwe in London are expected to register formal protests against the bill. Meanwhile, grouse are back on the political agenda. Like the trophy imports bill, which has been thrown out of Parliament year after year since the days of anti-hunting Prime Minister Boris Johnson, while Justice has once again won the right to have grouse shooting debated by MPs. The anti-shooting organisation's official petition once again hit the threshold for a debate in Westminster Hall, not the chamber of the House of Commons. The debate this time will take place on the 30th of June 2025. As in previous years, the government is expected to express its support for grouse shooting. A Scottish National Party MSP has made the case for reintroducing lynx. Despite the SNP's unambiguous refusal to consider releasing large predators to the Scottish Highlands, Kenneth Gibson, MSP, made the case for releasing lynx, though he agreed it would not reduce deer numbers by itself. Thanks to Richard Walton for the story.
Whilst not a silver bullet for deer control, with apologies to the late Mr Vind, it should be part of a natural solution to deer sustainability.
First, the police wanted to revoke certificates. Now one force says it can't cope with voluntary surrenders. Northumberland is issuing a generic email to certificate holders who have offered to surrender their firearms. It says that due to the high number of voluntary surrender cases, as well as numerous complex grants it has to review, there is a substantial delay. It asks gun owners not to contact the department asking for progress updates, saying police firearms inquiry team members will contact gun owners when they have time. French shotgun manufacturer Vernet Caron has a new owner. Shooting kit distributor Revolier Group is taking on 55 of the 67 employees of the gunmaker, which went into receivership in February. Revolier, which is nearly 200 years old, imports and distributes products from Zauer, Hike Micro and Bushnell across France. It is partnering in the deal with Czech private investment group RSBC, which holds a stake in Austrian gunmaker Steyr Arms. German optics manufacturer Carl Zeiss Sports Optics is closing its facility in the town of Wetzlar. Long associated with the town, Zeiss announces that the production of optics for hunting and nature observation in Wetzlar is facing closure. 70 employees will be affected. It will stop making its scopes and binos in Wetzlar by the end of 2026. Swedish hunters are demanding better pay for dealing with RTAs. The Swedish Hunters Association has written to the Minister of Rural Affairs about compensation levels for civilian hunters who dispatch wildlife involved in road traffic accidents at the request of the police. According to the association, today's pay is unreasonable, especially when hunters have to bear costs of equipment, vehicles, dogs and lost income. The association points out that hunters prefer to shoot deer than wolves, so are happy to take a lower rate for animals they can eat. Thanks to Per Holmseth for the story. A new film aims to explain the reasons behind hunting large wild African animals. The Culling Conundrum is a conservation documentary that looks at the ethical, ecological and emotional layers behind culling and hunting in Africa. In interviews, it looks at science, community and compassion. Link to the teaser on YouTube below. And finally, deer have munched their way through £48,000 worth of veg. Growers in the Australian state of Victoria are calling for more support from the Victorian government to manage deer after the owners of Flowerdale Farm posted these pictures. Thanks to Richard Taylor for the story. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts.